How to speak so people respect you. Stoicism. Welcome to Stoic in Your Life, your go-to space for modern stoicism and practical wisdom. Today we're diving into a topic that's crucial for success in both your personal and professional life. How to speak so people respect you. You might think that speaking louder or more often will earn you the respect you deserve. But here's the truth. Respect isn't about how much you talk. It's about how you communicate and present yourself. The Stoic secrets teach us that true respect comes from speaking with clarity, confidence, and integrity. In a world full of noise, the ability to communicate with purpose is what truly commands attention. So, how can we apply the timeless principles of Stoicism to speak in a way that resonates deeply with others and earns their respect? Stick around, because today we'll explore how modern Stoicism can help you communicate effectively, transform your interactions, and cultivate respect that lasts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights on how to live a Stoic life. How to speak so people respect you. Number 1. Eliminate unnecessary apologies. Let's talk about something that at first glance might seem harmless but has a profound impact on how others perceive you. Over-apologizing. It's something we all do from time to time, but when it becomes a habit, it can seriously undermine your authority. Think about it. Have you ever caught yourself saying sorry when you weren't at fault? Perhaps for being a little late to a meeting, or simply for existing in a space? I'm sure you've noticed how these unnecessary apologies might not only make you seem uncertain, but also diminish your own self-respect. When you apologize excessively, you might unintentionally communicate to others that you don't value your own time or presence. Now, that's a message you don't want to send. For instance, if you're late to a meeting, instead of launching into a long apologetic speech, try saying, "Thank you for your patience." This small change shifts the dynamic. Instead of apologizing for your delay, you're acknowledging others' understanding and showing control over the situation. It's a subtle but powerful way to take command of the moment. But this goes beyond just language. It's about internalizing that you are worthy of respect, even if something out of your control happens. When you over-apologize, you're reinforcing a subconscious belief that you're always in the wrong. And that doesn't build respect either for yourself or from others. Imagine walking into a crowded room and the first thing you do is apologize for your mere presence. Does that seem like the behavior of someone with self-assurance? Of course not. You're suggesting that you're a disruption when you're really just living your life. So, how can you turn this around? The next time you're tempted to apologize unnecessarily, pause and ask yourself, is this apology truly necessary? Modern Stoicism teaches us that control over our emotions and language is key to living with purpose and dignity. By removing those unnecessary apologies, you signal to others and, more importantly, to yourself that you deserve respect. As Epictetus once said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." It's a reminder that we should focus on what we can control: our actions, our mindset, and how we present ourselves. Over time, you'll notice the shift. Small adjustments in your language will have a profound impact on how others perceive you. People will begin to view you with more respect because you've stopped undermining your own worth. You've stopped apologizing for things that don't warrant an apology. And in doing so, you've created a more equal dynamic in both personal and professional settings. It's a simple change, but it's one that can transform how you navigate the world. Think about it. When was the last time you really stopped to consider how your words were shaping your relationships, both with others and yourself? Do you find yourself apologizing too often? What would it feel like to speak with more authority, with the confidence that you are worthy of being heard? These are powerful questions to reflect on, and they align with the core of modern Stoicism: living intentionally and with self-respect. Let's break free from the habit of over-apologizing and start speaking with purpose. In doing so, we'll cultivate a deeper sense of respect from others and, most importantly, for ourselves. Number 2. Set boundaries and stick to them. Respect begins with you. If you don't set clear boundaries, you can't expect others to respect them. The Stoics, like Epictetus, taught that peace of mind comes from within, and it starts with defining what you will and won't accept from others. Without boundaries, people will make their own assumptions and push their demands onto you, often disregarding your values. It's essential to define where you stand, or others will overstep. For instance, if a colleague asks you to take on work, that's not your responsibility. Instead of automatically saying yes out of fear, you can say, "I can't take this on right now, but let's find another solution." This protects your time and signals that your time, energy, and values are non-negotiable. Your words and actions set the tone for how others treat you. Setting boundaries can be uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to saying yes to everything. But the truth is, establishing boundaries is an act of self-respect. It's about knowing your worth and refusing to accept less than what aligns with your values. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." To earn respect, you must first respect yourself. Boundaries protect your energy, help you focus, and keep you aligned with your purpose. They are part of the process of living authentically. When you set boundaries, there's no need to apologize for them. You don't owe anyone an explanation for protecting your peace and well-being. Apologizing for setting boundaries is like apologizing for valuing yourself. Over time, people will start to respect your limits. The beauty of this process is that those who truly care about you will support your boundaries. They'll see that when you respect yourself, you're someone worth respecting. On the other hand, those who push back or disrespect your boundaries were never truly invested in your relationship. This is one of the Stoic secrets. Standing firm in your principles attracts relationships that honor your true self. Consistency is key. When you continue to enforce your boundaries, you send a clear message that your respect is non-negotiable. Those who respect you will adjust, but those who don't will naturally fall away. And that's actually a good thing. It clears space for relationships that value you for who you are, not just what you do for them. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, said, "The greatest wealth is to live content with little." Boundaries are the wealth of your life. They protect your peace, your time, and your true self. By honoring them, you teach others to do the same. In today's world where there's constant pressure to please and overextend ourselves, remember, you are worthy of respect. It's not just about what you accomplish or what you do for others. It's about who you are. Be clear about your boundaries, stick to them, and understand that this is an act of strength, not selfishness. This is the Stoic mindset. Live intentionally and don't let external pressures dictate your peace or self-worth. By doing so, you'll not only gain the respect you deserve, but also inspire others to do the same. So, stand firm, set your boundaries, and let them be the message you send to the world. You're not here just to serve. You're here to live with purpose, protect your peace, and earn the respect that is rightfully yours. Stay true to yourself, and let your boundaries be the foundation of your personal power. If you've ever struggled with setting boundaries, whether at work or in your personal life, I encourage you to share your experience with us. Comment below with "I respect myself" if you've learned to stand firm in your values and protect your peace. Your story could be the inspiration someone else needs to start setting their own boundaries and living with more purpose. Remember, the Stoic secrets are all about knowing your worth and refusing to settle for anything less. By setting boundaries, you're not just earning respect from others, you're affirming your own self-respect. Let's create a community where we support each other in living authentically and purposefully. Number 3, master the art of pausing. In the fast-paced world we live in, it's easy to feel the pressure to speak quickly, to fill every silence, or to rush through our thoughts in an attempt to keep up. But there's a crucial skill that many overlook when it comes to powerful communication: the art of pausing. Silence, when used intentionally, has the potential to transform not only the way others perceive you, but also the way they absorb what you say. In modern Stoicism, we are reminded that our words hold weight, and how we choose to deliver them can significantly influence the respect others give us. One of the most effective ways to command attention is to master the pause. I know this might seem counterintuitive, especially in a world that often prioritizes constant talking over thoughtful reflection, but pausing deliberately after making a strong point can significantly increase the impact of your message. Take a moment to think about this. When we pause, we give the listener a chance to reflect on what has been said. It gives them time to absorb the meaning and allows the message to settle in. It's not about rushing to say the next thing or over-explaining what we mean. In fact, the opposite is true. Pausing shows confidence. It says, "I believe in my words," enough to let them stand without embellishment or haste. Think about great public speakers like Winston Churchill or Barack Obama. Both men were masters at this. Their speeches were punctuated with strategic pauses that made their words feel more profound and authoritative. As you might expect, those pauses weren't accidental. They were carefully crafted moments of reflection, allowing the audience to digest and engage with the message. In the context of your own life, think about how this can play out. For instance, in a meeting, after making a key point, resist the temptation to quickly continue speaking. Allow the silence to fill the room for a moment. You'll notice how it forces people to listen more closely, to internalize what you've just shared. This brief moment of quiet doesn't leave the room in awkwardness. Instead, it transforms the conversation, inviting others to consider your point with greater depth. In debates or arguments, the pause can be even more powerful. It gives you time to calm your mind and think before responding, which in turn helps you maintain composure. Modern Stoicism teaches us the value of controlling our emotions and reactions, and pausing allows you to do just that. The power of the pause also carries a deep philosophical lesson. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic emperors, once said, "How much time he gains who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does or thinks, but only to what he does himself." This idea, central to Stoicism, is a call for inner focus and self-control. By pausing, you create space to be more thoughtful, to align your response with your values rather than simply reacting. It's about taking a moment to center yourself before speaking, ensuring that your words are both thoughtful and measured. So, the next time you find yourself in conversation, whether in a professional setting or a personal discussion, remember the importance of pausing. Don't rush to fill every silence. Instead, embrace those moments as opportunities to gather your thoughts, to ensure that your words are clear, intentional, and impactful. With time, you'll find that pausing will not only make you a more effective communicator, but will also earn you the respect of those around you, as they begin to recognize the strength in your silence and the confidence in your words. Number 4. Use humor wisely. One of the Stoic secrets to speaking in a way that earns respect is mastering the use of humor. While humor can be a powerful tool to build rapport and ease tension, it requires careful balance and timing. The Stoics themselves understood the value of perspective, and sometimes the right joke at the right time can help shift a conversation, but when misused, it can also undermine your credibility. Picture this. You're in a crucial work meeting where the stakes are high. A well-timed, lighthearted comment can ease the mood and create a sense of camaraderie, but if you continuously turn every serious discussion into a joke, people might start seeing you as someone who's only interested in entertainment rather than leadership. Have you ever noticed how people can quickly tune out or lose respect for those who don't know when to be serious? It's easy to fall into that trap. I've seen it myself, especially in those moments where humor feels like a refuge from uncomfortable situations. But as much as we all want to be liked, Constant deflection with humor can make you seem less authoritative and even insecure. The Stoics would remind us to remain grounded in our purpose. Humor should never steal the show, but instead, enhance it. This means using humor to reinforce the message you want to convey, not to avoid it. Imagine telling a joke that makes a point, something subtle that ties into the topic at hand. Instead of making self-deprecating remarks that might suggest insecurity, why not use humor to highlight shared experiences or bring a light touch to a difficult subject? When you do this, you engage your audience in a meaningful way while still making them feel comfortable. This is where timing becomes crucial. Just like a Stoic would practice measured responses and actions, so should you practice the art of knowing when to inject humor. It should feel spontaneous, not forced, and above all, it should never undermine the gravity of the conversation. Think about it. When was the last time you respected someone who couldn't find the right moment to get serious? We often admire those who, in the midst of chaos or tension, are able to bring calm without losing control of the conversation. I want you to think about a time when you were in a situation that felt tense or awkward. Could humor have helped smooth things over? It's that balance of knowing when to be serious and when to allow for a moment of lightness that truly strengthens your communication skills. And this is one of the Stoic secrets. Your ability to stay composed and use humor strategically can make you not only relatable but also immensely respected. The more you master this, the more you'll find people gravitating toward you, not just because you're enjoyable to be around, but because you're someone who can keep things in perspective, stay professional, and connect with others on a deeper level. So take a moment now to reflect. How can you incorporate humor in your next conversation without losing your credibility or your purpose? It's a simple yet profound practice that, when done right, builds stronger bonds and greater respect. Number 5, drop the gossip. When we talk about earning respect, there's one behavior we all need to avoid if we want to build genuine credibility: gossip. Gossip may seem harmless in the moment, but it can cause lasting damage. Every time you engage in gossip, even casually, you risk breaking trust with others. People may start wondering, if you talk about others behind their backs, could you do the same to them? Trust is fragile, and gossip shatters it. Respect isn't earned through negative talk or tearing others down. It's built by focusing on meaningful, constructive conversations and rising above the noise. Let's say you're in a group where gossip is brewing. Someone starts talking about a colleague's personal life. This is your opportunity to make a choice. You don't have to join in. Instead, you can steer the conversation towards something more positive, something that adds value to the discussion. This simple action shows you don't need to put others down to lift yourself up. You're demonstrating integrity and maturity, making a conscious decision to take the high road. I get it. It's not always easy to walk away from gossip. It can feel uncomfortable, even isolating, especially when others are eagerly engaging in it. But here's the powerful part. By choosing not to participate, you're setting an example. You're showing people that you refuse to get sucked into drama, that you stand firm in your values. This isn't just about avoiding gossip. It's about building a reputation as someone who can be trusted, someone who rises above the petty distractions of life. People who avoid gossip often end up being respected leaders, not because they seek leadership, but because they naturally attract respect through their actions. They show up with strength of character, not getting sidetracked by trivial matters. In modern Stoicism, we learn that real leaders have control over themselves and focus on what truly matters. By not engaging in gossip, you're making a statement that you are above negativity. It's not about being popular or fitting in. It's about doing what's right. Over time, this behavior will help you develop a reputation as someone people can trust. It will inspire others to reflect on their own actions and perhaps follow your example. Imagine the ripple effect. By standing firm, you not only protect your integrity but also earn the respect of those around you. Remember, respect isn't something you can demand. It's something you earn through consistent actions that reflect your values. In modern Stoicism, we understand that respect comes from living by higher standards and making choices that reflect our character. Choosing not to gossip is a perfect example of this. It's a decision that speaks volumes about who you are, and it invites others to respect you for it. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." The same applies here. Don't argue about what respect looks like. Live it, show it, and others will follow. So next time gossip starts creeping into your conversations, take a moment to ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to be? The one who adds to the negativity or the one who stands strong in their integrity? Your choice will define the respect you earn in this world. You've just taken a powerful step toward mastering self-control and building genuine respect. Now, I want to hear from you. How are you applying the Stoic principles to your daily life? Drop a comment below with a phrase like, "I choose integrity over drama," to share how you're embracing the idea of avoiding negativity and maintaining your strength of character. Your journey of transformation is unfolding, and each choice you make is part of that process. Keep following along, we're all in this together. Number 6. Know when to stop talking. One of the most powerful Stoic secrets to earning respect in conversations is knowing when to stop talking. This may seem simple, but it can dramatically change how people perceive you. In fact, knowing when to stop is just as important as knowing what to say. In our fast-paced world, we often feel the need to fill silence with more words, yet over-explaining can do more harm than good. Consider a negotiation, for example. Once you've made your request, pausing gives the other person space to process and reflect. A well-timed silence is often more impactful than endlessly justifying your position, which can come across as insecure. As Epictetus wisely said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." The key is to balance speaking with silence, allowing your words to resonate and creating a more thoughtful exchange. This principle applies not only to formal situations like negotiations, but also to everyday interactions. In personal relationships, the most respectful thing you can do is allow the other person to speak. When you listen actively and pause before responding, it shows that you value their opinion just as much as your own. This creates an atmosphere of mutual respect and understanding. Practicing silence isn't about withdrawing from the conversation. It's about making space for deeper connection and demonstrating that you're open and thoughtful. Silence becomes a tool for strengthening bonds, not an absence of communication. Indie. Stoic philosophy, moderation, and self-control are at the heart of wisdom. The Stoics believe that the ability to regulate our responses is what defines our strength. Speaking less doesn't mean speaking less meaningfully. It's about finding the right balance. When you learn to withhold your words until the right moment, they carry more weight. As a Stoic, you recognize that while you can't control the world, you can control how you respond to it. This sense of restraint makes you appear composed and in control, drawing respect naturally. It's a subtle yet powerful way to lead by example and get your point across more effectively. Mastering silence is one of the most important Stoic secrets in communication. By pausing before responding, you allow your words to have more impact. Speaking too much risks overwhelming or frustrating those you're talking to. Silence, on the other hand, invites reflection and careful thought, which makes you seem more self-assured and wise. Lao Tzu said, "Those who know do not speak. Those who speak do not know." Silence, therefore, is a mark of wisdom and strength, not weakness. In everyday life, knowing when to stop talking can be incredibly powerful. In meetings, social situations, or even family discussions, restraint can give you an air of confidence and intelligence. People begin to notice that you don't need to dominate the conversation to be heard. Your silence speaks volumes about your self-assurance, and as a result, others will listen more intently when you choose to speak. This is one of the Stoic secrets that help you command respect effortlessly. Remember, The key to commanding respect isn't just about the content of your words, but knowing when to stop. By mastering this skill, you can communicate in a way that draws people in and encourages them to listen more carefully. Whether in casual conversations or high-stakes situations, taking a moment to pause will make your words more powerful and respected. In the end, silence isn't something to fear. It's a powerful tool in the Stoic art of communication. By following these steps, you will begin to master the art of communication that fosters respect from others. Each principle encourages you to speak with confidence, set clear boundaries, and avoid behaviors that undermine your authority. Mastery of these aspects can significantly enhance how you are perceived in both personal and professional settings. With these strategies in hand, you're well on your way to becoming someone whose words carry weight and command respect. 9. Additional tips to speak effectively and gain respect. Now that you've learned how to speak in a way that garners respect, it's time to refine your communication even further. In this section, we'll explore additional tips that will help you speak with even more effectiveness and authority. Stay with us to discover how these extra strategies will elevate your communication skills and strengthen your presence in any conversation. Number 1. Master active listening. To gain the respect of others and communicate effectively, mastering the art of active listening is not just a helpful skill, it's absolutely essential. In today's fast-paced world, where distractions are virtually endless and conversations are often interrupted by smartphones, notifications, or even our own wandering thoughts, active listening stands out as a rare and valuable trait. Think about it. When you truly listen to someone without planning your next response or letting your mind drift, you show them that their words matter. This is not merely about being polite. It's about demonstrating genuine respect for the person speaking. In practice, active listening requires you to give the other person your full undivided attention. This means putting aside your phone, making eye contact, and being present. Nodding occasionally or paraphrasing what they've said to ensure you understand not only shows you're listening, but also signals that you value their perspective. It's a powerful way of communicating that transcends words, creating space for deeper, more meaningful exchanges and fostering a sense of mutual respect. When you listen actively, you're more likely to understand the other person's point of view. This leads to richer, more insightful conversations and helps resolve conflicts in a productive way. By demonstrating patience and empathy, you open the door to cooperation, as people naturally tend to engage more freely with someone who respects their voice. Have you ever noticed how different you feel when someone truly listens to you? You feel valued, understood, and appreciated. That's the power of active listening. It builds trust. And when trust is established, respect follows naturally. This respect isn't just superficial. It strengthens relationships and makes future interactions more collaborative and effective. From a modern Stoic perspective, this is very much in line with the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, who reminded us to listen to what is said, not just the words, but the meaning behind them. Active listening isn't just about hearing the words, it's about engaging with the emotions, thoughts, and experiences of others. In a world where attention spans are shrinking and people are often preoccupied with their own thoughts, choosing to listen deeply is a rare and valuable skill. It's a skill that can help you stand out in any conversation, build more genuine relationships, and resolve disagreements in a thoughtful and respectful manner. By practicing active listening, you not only enrich your interactions but also create a foundation for earning the respect you seek, both personally and professionally. Number 2. Speak with clarity and precision. To earn respect in your conversations, one of the most important skills you can develop is speaking with clarity and precision. Have you ever been in a conversation where someone spoke in circles, filled with ums and you-knows, leaving you unsure about their message? That's the opposite of what we're aiming for. When you speak clearly, you make it easier for people to understand your thoughts, and that makes them value what you're saying. Imagine trying to explain a complicated idea. If you break it down into simple, digestible pieces, it becomes easier for your listener to follow and appreciate. In the same way, if you speak with precision, you're showing that you know exactly what you're talking about and that you respect their time by being direct. Think of it as giving someone a gift that doesn't come wrapped in unnecessary words or jargon. Instead of cluttering your speech with filler words like just and like or you know, focus on cutting to the chase. When you communicate this way, you're not just making it easier for others to understand you, you're also building your credibility. People respect those who can convey their ideas without overcomplicating things. I want you to think about a time when you've been in a conversation that left you feeling inspired. What did the person say that made you feel that way? Was it their clarity? Their ability to express themselves in a straightforward way? It's one of the Stoic secrets. The more you can communicate your thoughts in a simple, clear, and precise manner, the more you'll find people taking you seriously and respecting your ideas. There's power in simplicity. The way you present yourself, and your ideas can either open doors for you or keep them closed. But don't just take it from me. Think about leaders, figures of authority, or even friends who've impressed you with their ability to speak directly and confidently. They didn't rely on being vague or over-explaining. They kept it clear, and in doing so, they made sure their message landed exactly as intended. This ability is key in any relationship, whether personal or professional. Take, for example, the business leader or public speaker you admire. How do they communicate? Most likely, they're speaking with precision. Every word carefully chosen to convey meaning without excess. When you speak with clarity and precision, you're also making it easier to persuade, lead, and influence. In the fast-paced world we live in, respect isn't handed out freely. It's earned through actions like these. So the next time you find yourself about to speak, pause and ask yourself, how can I make my point with fewer words but more impact? What's the simplest way to express this idea without losing its value? As you refine your ability to speak clearly and precisely, you'll notice a shift. Not just in how others perceive you, but in how confident you feel in your own communication. This is one of the Stoic secrets that can profoundly enhance your interactions with others. By respecting their time and attention with your well-thought-out words, you show that you value their presence in your life. And when you do that, you build respect, trust, and influence. Number 3, be assertive, not aggressive. Let's talk about assertiveness, because this is one of the most powerful tools you have for commanding respect, not just from others, but from yourself as well. Too often, we either keep quiet, fearing confrontation, or we let our emotions take over, coming across as aggressive. But there's a middle ground, one that is as empowering as it is respectful. Being assertive means expressing your thoughts, feelings, and needs directly and confidently, without stepping on others' toes or allowing them to walk all over you. It's not about being passive, where you suppress your own desires to keep the peace. It's also not about being aggressive, where you bulldoze your way through conversations and dismiss other people's perspectives. You can probably think of times when you've been in a meeting or a conversation where someone interrupted you, and instead of staying quiet or getting defensive, you chose to calmly assert yourself, saying, "I'd like to finish my point first." Did you notice how that felt? It's the perfect example of what assertiveness looks like in action. Clear, direct, and confident, yet respectful. You set a boundary without being rude. That's what we're aiming for. When you practice assertiveness, you show up as someone who knows their worth, someone who values both their own voice and the voices of others. It's about creating a dynamic where your needs are met, but also where you listen and consider others. Modern Stoicism reminds us of the importance of self-discipline and clarity in our thoughts and actions. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic minds, said, The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. And isn't that what being assertive is all about? Not letting others walk over you, but also not responding in a way that compromises your own integrity. You don't need to shout, manipulate, or become hostile. True strength lies in the ability to hold your ground with dignity, to express your thoughts and needs without making others feel lesser. Ask yourself, when was the last time you felt completely heard without the fear of being dismissed or shouted over? How did that make you feel? Now think about the opposite. Have you ever been in a conversation where you were too passive or too aggressive and didn't get the outcome you wanted? What would have happened if you had been more assertive? It's a question worth reflecting on. Assertiveness is the key to fostering genuine respect in all of your relationships, both personal and professional. It's a mark of emotional intelligence, and it's a practice that shows self-respect. When you stand your ground with respect, you'll naturally invite the same from others. People are drawn to those who communicate their needs clearly and without apology. Remember, assertiveness doesn't mean being harsh. It means expressing yourself confidently, standing up for what you believe in, but also showing understanding for others' perspectives. It's about finding the balance between knowing when to speak up and when to listen. If you are constantly accommodating others at the expense of your own needs, or if you're constantly trying to dominate conversations, you'll miss the chance to build true, lasting respect. And this isn't just about what you say, it's about how you say it. Your tone, your body language, and even your mindset matter. So I ask you, how often do you catch yourself holding back, afraid of being seen as too aggressive or too passive? What would happen if you embraced assertiveness instead? You have the power to change how you communicate, to stand firm while being considerate, and to build a foundation of respect in every conversation. As you move forward, remember this. By practicing modern Stoicism, you don't just command respect from others, you command it from yourself. If you've made it this far, you're truly exploring one of the key elements to building respect and confidence in your communication. Leave a comment with the phrase "confidence is strength, respect is the result" to show your commitment to becoming a more assertive communicator and building stronger relationships. Stick around. The journey of mastering assertiveness and respect in every conversation is just beginning. Number 4. Maintain positive and confident body language. Your body language is often the first thing people notice, and it speaks volumes. Just as the Stoics believed we control our inner peace, we also control how we present ourselves. How you carry yourself reflects your self-perception and sets the tone for how others treat you. When you walk into a room with your head held high, shoulders back, and a calm, confident demeanor, you automatically exude authority. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." True confidence comes from within, not from what others think of you. When you embody that inner strength through your body language, respect naturally follows. In a professional setting, your posture speaks volumes. For instance, during a presentation, standing tall, maintaining eye contact, and using purposeful gestures conveys confidence and control. These cues show you're in command of the situation and comfortable with yourself. On the other hand, slouching or avoiding eye contact can signal insecurity or disinterest, which diminishes your credibility. Confidence isn't just about the words you speak, it's about how you present yourself. By mastering your body language, you communicate self-assurance, and that earns respect. True confidence in body language also means staying composed, especially under pressure. The Stoics taught the importance of emotional control, regardless of the circumstances. In moments of chaos, the ability to remain calm and collected sets you apart. People naturally respect those who stay unflappable. It shows that you're someone others can trust to lead through tough times. By staying composed, you not only gain respect, but also inspire others to follow your example. Body language also involves how you interact with others. Mirroring positive body language is a powerful way to build rapport. It signals engagement and empathy, Fostering mutual respect. The Stoics understood that strong, respectful relationships are built on understanding. By paying attention to nonverbal cues and matching others' positive body language, you strengthen connections and influence. Consistency is essential when it comes to confident body language. It's not enough to project confidence only in certain moments. You need to make it a habit. Maintaining a steady posture, calm demeanor, and positive body language in every interaction reinforces your authority and professionalism. Over time, this consistency builds trust, showing people that your outward demeanor matches your inner strength. With time, this unwavering confidence becomes a core part of how you're perceived, making it easier to command respect. In today's world, where digital communication often dominates, mastering positive body language has never been more important. Your nonverbal cues are just as powerful, whether you're in person or on a video call. The next time you're preparing for a meeting or conversation, remember that your body language speaks volumes. Stand tall, make eye contact, use purposeful gestures, and remain calm. These actions will signal that you are a person of value, worthy of respect. As you continue to embody confidence through your body language, you'll find that respect comes naturally, without the need to chase it. In summary, when you align your physical presence with your inner strength, you unlock a key Stoic secret. Control what you can, your actions, demeanor, and emotions, and you will shape how others perceive you. So the next time you enter a room, remember that how you carry yourself is just as important as what you say. Let your body language reinforce your self-respect and show the world you are a person worth respecting. Number 5. Be consistent in your communication. One of the most vital aspects of earning respect in any relationship, whether personal or professional, is consistency in communication. It's easy to think that respect is gained through grand gestures or brilliant words, but in reality, it's the simple, everyday acts of integrity and follow-through that truly establish credibility. When your words align with your actions, you send a powerful message about who you are, and more importantly, people begin to trust you. Modern Stoicism teaches us to live by principles and be guided by them in all areas of life, including how we speak and interact with others. Consider this. When you commit to something, whether it's a promise to a colleague, an agreement with a friend, or even an expression of intent, you must follow through. If you consistently deliver on your promises, people see you as someone reliable, someone who can be trusted. On the other hand, if there's a disconnect between what you say and what you do, even once in a while, it can lead others to doubt your sincerity and question your integrity. And when your integrity is in question, so is your respectability. This idea of consistency also extends beyond the words you speak. It encompasses the entire manner in which you communicate, your tone, your body language, even your unspoken gestures. It's not enough to simply say something. Your behavior must reflect that statement. In modern life, we encounter countless situations where this principle is tested. For instance, if you claim to value punctuality but continually arrive late to meetings or events, people will notice, and over time this inconsistency will erode their respect for you. It doesn't matter how eloquent or convincing your words may be. If your actions don't support them, people will begin to question your reliability. This is why consistency in communication isn't just about what you say, but also about how you live according to those words. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This speaks directly to the importance of aligning your words and actions. If you claim to value honesty, for instance, then you must consistently act in a way that reflects that. It's about creating a steady, predictable rhythm in your communication. This doesn't mean being rigid or robotic in your approach, but rather ensuring that your expressions and behavior are grounded in a clear, consistent set of values. People respect those who are predictable in the best sense, not in their behavior, but in their integrity and reliability. Think about how this principle can apply in your daily life. In professional settings, when you consistently provide clear and thoughtful communication, people begin to recognize you as a stable and dependable figure. They trust your judgment because they've seen time and time again that your words are not just fleeting ideas but carefully considered truths. Similarly, in personal relationships, consistency builds the foundation for respect. If you say you value someone's time, be consistent in respecting it. If you declare that you'll support a friend through difficult times, make sure your actions back that up when the moment comes. Over time, these repeated demonstrations of consistency solidify your reputation as someone worthy of trust and admiration. Consistency is not about perfection, it's about reliability. It's about showing up and doing what you say you'll do, even when it's inconvenient or uncomfortable. As you practice this, you'll notice a natural shift in the way others view you. They'll begin to rely on you more, seek your advice more, and respect you more deeply. This in turn creates an environment where trust flourishes and respect is earned effortlessly. By embracing consistency in your communication, you not only strengthen your relationships but also deepen your understanding of modern Stoicism. You learn to live with integrity, aligning your actions with your values, and ultimately, fostering an environment of trust and mutual respect. Number 6. Know your audience. One of the Stoic secrets to speaking in a way that earns genuine respect is understanding your audience. Imagine you're about to step into a conversation with someone, but you haven't taken the time to consider their background, needs, or perspectives. How effective do you think your words will be? Not very, right? This is why knowing your audience is crucial. Whether you're speaking to a senior executive at work or to friends in a more casual setting, understanding who you're talking to allows you to tailor your message in a way that resonates deeply with them. It's like navigating a river. If you don't understand the current, you're going to struggle to get to the other side. In a business meeting with a senior leader, for instance, you would want to be direct, respectful, and concise, recognizing that their time is valuable. But when you're with friends, the tone is naturally more relaxed and conversational, almost like sharing stories around a campfire. The beauty of understanding your audience is that it allows you to connect with people on their level, showing respect not just for them, but for the moment itself. Have you ever been in a situation where your words fell flat, or the person you were speaking to just wasn't connecting? Maybe you were too formal when casual would have worked better. Or maybe you were too casual when professionalism was needed. The Stoics would remind us that communication is about being mindful and adapting, about being present and aware of the signals people are giving you. Sometimes you might notice someone becoming disengaged during a conversation. This is a signal for you to adapt your approach, maybe by asking a question or shifting your tone to spark their interest again. By paying attention to these cues, you're showing that you understand and respect the person in front of you. And, beyond just adjusting for tone or setting, consider cultural differences as well. In some settings, certain topics or ways of speaking might be seen as offensive, while in others they might be perfectly acceptable. This awareness is not only about being respectful, but about creating a space where the conversation can thrive. Think about the last time you spoke to someone from a different culture or background. Did you take a moment to consider how your words might be interpreted? When we're mindful of these nuances, we increase our chances of building a meaningful, respectful exchange. So the real Stoic secret here is to embrace adaptability. By understanding your audience, you set the stage for productive, positive, and respectful communication. It's about more than just speaking. It's about connecting. If you master this, you'll find that you not only communicate more effectively, but that others begin to respect you not just for what you say, but for how you make them feel understood. Number 7. Use constructive criticism. One of the most powerful tools for earning respect and fostering personal growth is the ability to offer constructive criticism. In today's world, where feedback is often perceived as harsh or negative, knowing how to give criticism that is both helpful and respectful is invaluable. The key is to separate the behavior or outcome from the person themselves. Instead of attacking someone's character or abilities, Focus on what can be improved and offer actionable advice. For instance, instead of saying, "This report is terrible," try saying, "I think this section could be clearer if you included more examples." This shift in language not only prevents defensiveness, but also sets the stage for growth and improvement. When offering constructive criticism, always try to balance it with positive reinforcement. Acknowledge what was done well before pointing out areas for improvement. This creates an atmosphere of encouragement where individuals feel motivated to do better, rather than discouraged or demoralized. In a way, this approach mirrors the Stoic philosophy of focusing on what is within our control, helping someone improve their work, rather than criticizing their personality or making them feel helpless. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, the best way to avenge yourself is to not be like that. When you offer feedback with respect and kindness, you show that you value the person's efforts and their potential for growth. It's about creating an environment where mistakes are seen as opportunities to learn, not as reasons for shame. In a modern Stoicism context, you embrace the role of a mentor or leader, offering guidance that helps others reach their full potential. People respect those who can speak honestly and clearly without diminishing the dignity of the other person. By practicing constructive criticism, not only do you help others improve, but you also maintain your own integrity and respect as a leader. When people see you as someone who offers thoughtful, actionable feedback, they will value your input and look to you as a trusted source of guidance. This approach will help you earn respect, build deeper relationships, and foster an environment where growth is not only possible but encouraged. If you've made it this far, you're truly embracing one of the most powerful secrets to personal growth and earning respect from others. Drop a comment with the phrase, "Constructive feedback, shared growth" to show your commitment to offering positive, helpful feedback and helping others improve. Your journey is just beginning, and every step you take will help you become a leader and an inspiration to those around you. Keep exploring and practicing these principles to create an environment of respect and sustainable growth. Number 8. Project calmness in high-pressure situations. Have you ever found yourself in a high-pressure situation where everything seems to be spiraling out of control and you're tempted to panic? What if, instead of succumbing to the chaos, you chose to remain calm and composed? Wouldn't that change everything? Remaining calm in moments of stress is one of the most powerful ways to command respect, and it's something that anyone can develop with a bit of practice. Think about it. When a crisis strikes or when tensions are high, the people who can stay composed are often viewed as confident, capable, and in control. They don't let their emotions dictate their actions. Instead, they maintain clarity of thought, making decisions with precision and purpose. Imagine you're in a heated meeting, or perhaps there's a sudden crisis at work. Everyone around you is anxious, the stakes are high, and the pressure is on. But instead of panicking or reacting impulsively, you stay calm. You take a deep breath, think carefully, and respond with poise. That calmness, that self-control, immediately elevates you in the eyes of those around you. It shows that you can handle stress without losing your cool, which naturally earns you respect and strengthens your position. And here's something powerful. Calmness isn't just something you project. It's contagious. When you remain composed in the face of adversity, it calms those around you. They begin to feel more secure, less anxious, and more confident in their ability to handle the situation. In a way, your calmness becomes a source of strength for everyone involved. You're not just staying in control for yourself. You're creating an environment of trust and stability. People look to you as a rock, someone who can be relied upon, especially when everything else seems to be falling apart. This is where emotional intelligence and self-discipline come into play. Two qualities that, when practiced, elevate you as a leader. It's easy to respect someone who can manage their emotions, especially in a crisis. The ability to handle pressure gracefully speaks volumes about your character and your leadership potential. As you maintain your composure, You show others that you don't get swept up in emotional turmoil. Instead, you approach challenges with clarity and calm, which naturally leads to better problem solving. This allows you to listen more effectively, process information more clearly, and come up with practical solutions. It's no surprise, then, that people who project calmness are often seen as leaders in their teams. When uncertainty looms, they're the ones others look to for guidance. They've earned that trust through their ability to remain steady in the face of pressure. In modern Stoicism, we're reminded that it's not the events that control us, but how we respond to them. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By choosing to stay calm, you align yourself with this Stoic principle and present yourself as someone who has mastery over their own emotions. Over time, this approach not only earns you respect, but also helps you cultivate resilience, something essential in both your personal and professional life. So the next time you find yourself in a high-stress situation, ask yourself, how do I want to show up? Do I want to add to the chaos? Or do I want to be the calm that leads others through it? The choice is yours. And as you continue practicing calmness in the face of pressure, you'll find that your reputation as someone who can be trusted to handle adversity only grows stronger. This is the essence of modern Stoicism: to respond to challenges with composure, to remain unwavering when the world around you is in turmoil. And in doing so, you will not only earn the respect of others, but also develop the inner strength to face anything that comes your way. Number 9. Respect people's time and be punctual. One of the most powerful Stoic secrets to earning respect is respecting others' time by being punctual. This simple action speaks volumes about how much you value those around you. When you arrive on time for meetings, appointments, or social events, you communicate that the other person's time is as valuable as your own. Arriving early not only shows respect, but also gives you a chance to prepare and engage confidently, setting a positive tone. In contrast, being late causes frustration, disrupts plans, and leaves a negative impression. Punctuality signals discipline, reliability, and professionalism, traits that naturally command respect. As Seneca wisely said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Your punctuality reflects respect for both your time and the time of others, emphasizing that time is precious and must be used wisely. In today's fast-paced world, this principle applies universally, from work to personal relationships. In the EOI, workplace punctuality shows that you respect your colleagues, clients, and superiors' time, and that you are organized and committed to your responsibilities. By being on time, you increase your credibility and demonstrate your dependability. In a world full of distractions and responsibilities, being punctual can be challenging, but the Stoic approach teaches us to control what we can, and time management is one area where we have complete control. Mastering this helps you stand out as someone who is organized and disciplined, qualities that naturally garner respect. Punctuality doesn't just reflect professionalism, it shows discipline and consideration for others. People notice when you respect their time, and this builds trust and admiration. Think about the last time someone was late. Did it affect how you viewed them? We often judge others by how they respect our time, and by arriving on time, you demonstrate an understanding of this unspoken social contract. In a world where time is fragmented and multitasking is common, punctuality sets you apart, signaling that you are in control of your life, which is one of the core Stoic principles, the ability to manage what you can and accept what you cannot. Additionally, punctuality is a reflection of strong time management skills, something everyone admires. When you manage your time effectively, you appear organized, mature, and in control, qualities that naturally attract respect. Whether it's a business meeting or a casual gathering, being punctual helps the event run smoothly, allowing everyone to engage fully. This simple habit has a lasting impact on how people view you, reinforcing Stoic values like self-control, While we can't control other people or external circumstances, we can always control how we manage our time. Remember, punctuality reflects your respect for others and your ability to control your own life. Practicing Stoic discipline in this area not only shows you value others' time but also fosters greater respect for yourself. Whether in your professional or personal life, being punctual sets you apart as someone dependable, disciplined, and in control. This Stoic secret, when mastered, will help you gain the respect and trust of others. So, the next time you have an appointment or meeting, see it as an opportunity to demonstrate the Stoic virtues of respect, discipline, and self-control, qualities that will lead to greater respect from those around you. In conclusion, to truly command respect, it's essential that your words, actions, and presence reflect confidence, integrity, and professionalism. By embracing the Stoic principles we've discussed, eliminating unnecessary apologies, setting boundaries, mastering pauses, and knowing when to stop talking, you're not just earning the respect of others but also strengthening your own sense of self-worth. These Stoic secrets can help you communicate more effectively and lead to deeper, more meaningful interactions. Start applying these strategies today and watch how they transform the way people perceive you. So, which of these principles will you focus on first? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Stoic in Your Life. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos on modern Stoicism and how to bring these timeless teachings into your daily life. Speak with confidence, own your space, and never shrink for anyone. See you in the next video.